The next video doesn't provide much context, but like many such recordings, it certainly tells a compelling story. It begins with two employees working late at night. One of them, named Curtis, mentions that their building is believed to be haunted, with numerous strange incidents reported over time. He notes that the second floor is where most of the activity happens. As Curtis speaks with his coworker, a peculiar noise echoes from the second floor. Knowing that someone needs to investigate, Curtis volunteers to head upstairs. However, as soon as he arrives, it becomes clear that he might regret his decision to go alone. Although it's uncertain why he brought a camera, it seems he hoped to capture evidence of the paranormal, given the building's haunted reputation. As he explores the dimly lit floor, he inadvertently captures something unsettling on video.
One by one nelo cứ kan no nu one kawai hai no ka mga tabani ho kan no.
It appears that Curtis has recorded a shadowy figure lurking in one of the rooms. He only notices this dark shape later, while reviewing the footage. What's particularly chilling is that this figure vanished before he could enter the room to check it out. Just like the viewers, Curtis is left wondering what or who this entity might be. This isn't the only eerie moment caught on camera. Earlier in the video, as Curtis walks past the door, another figure seems to hide from view. It's unclear whether this was the same entity or merely an innocuous piece of furniture. Given the building's haunted reputation, however, many viewers are inclined to think it could be something more sinister. What do you think Curtis recorded? Could it be evidence of a haunting, or is there another explanation? This video was uploaded to a channel called FrostmareTV, which is owned by a young man who's supposedly living in a pretty haunted apartment. He states that he sometimes could hear some really eerie noises in the middle of the night. And ever since moving into the place, he also felt like he was being watched, but could never really put his finger on what exactly made him feel this way. One night he was recording a piano lesson, and this was when the eerie incidents that are about to follow took place. The recording was pretty old, and I fully remastered the footage for you guys.
Hallo?
The young man is obviously experiencing a pretty malevolent and powerful haunting in his new place, and if that isn't terrifying enough, he had to acknowledge that a dark shadow entity was standing right in his living room that night. Possibly causing all the interference with the television, as well as all the objects that were being moved around. And no, he did not see this thing at the time. He would have bolted out of there, he states. It's quite the creepy thought, knowing that some evil force seems to be tampering with your devices late at night. The man had no idea what this thing wanted from him, but it is said that he moved out shortly after realizing that he wasn't alone that night, and I can't blame him for that. The following clip was sent by Adrian, and it was apparently shared by a channel called Secret Guides, which is a place where paranormal investigations are being shared with their viewers. In that particular case, the owner states that this was shot by a man who was doing a walk around in his house. It seems to involve a poltergeist manifestation even.
Right here, I think. It's coming from the cupboard.
He hears unexplainable knocking from the cupboard when right behind him.
What the is that?
Something turns on the television.
Right, you saw that the TV just turned itself on. Right, that sounded like it was coming from the bathroom. Look, what, this room here, completely empty.
Then things starting to be thrown around.
Bathroom. And there's nothing. Where did that even come from? What is that? Shadow. What is... Oh God, you saw that, right? That looked like a human. There's no one here. Literally no one here.
A shadow then is walking across the floor. Almost looks a little bit too good to be true, in my opinion. And more like a person in a blanket.
What is that? Oh, the tap's turned on. The tap has turned itself on.
Just a really bad hoax? Let me know, guys.
See, this is what I get all the time.
The next video was sent by Ryu, and he tells me that it was recorded during a protest several years ago. The man that was filming was basically just documenting this evening and panning his camera around in the audience, you know, for documentary purposes. However, after rewatching the tape with his family the following night, they noticed that there were a couple of frames that revealed something grim looking. Rio tells me that he believes it to be a demon, or malevolent entity that was around that night and got captured by coincidence. But could that be so? Look at the huge mouth of that thing. Whatever it is, a terrifying event. Yup, yet another really weird CCTV encounter that left people baffled on Reddit. The following video was forwarded by John, and it is said that it was initially captured by a family. It was when they were routinely checking the recording one night. They saw an odd object popping up on screen and weren't sure what exactly was happening. People point out that it looks like a human-sized apparition, which pops up only a couple of seconds once a car is driving by, which led many to speculate that it might have been an incident that was related to some of the car's passengers. Who knows, maybe that was the case, or was it simply a glitch caused by the camera lens? A very mysterious encounter, whatever the answer. Following clips come from user MVRTNES from Chile, who believes his apartment may be haunted by a poltergeist who is communicating by knocking on doors and disturbing objects around the house. Poltergeists are a type of paranormal phenomenon or supernatural entity, often associated with mischievous or disruptive activities, so it makes sense that a poltergeist might be responsible for these strange occurrences. In this video, Martinez starts filming when he hears the ghostly knocking.
Conche su madre, weón. Estaba viendo una película, weón, y como que, weón, estaban golpeando la puerta, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro. No, weón. Concha. Concha su madre, weón. Ay, weón. A mí no me dan tanto miedo estas weón, pero es que estoy solo, weón, de verdad. Otras veces he estado acompañado, no sé, o con mi mamá, no sé, pero ahora yo vivo solo y esta weón. No. Ya, pues, weón. Ay, weón. Ya. Uy, weón, me asusté con el reflejo, concha su madre. No, weón, sí. No hay nadie, weón, ya este closet no. Uy. Se cayó esa weá, weón. Estoy yo nomás, weón, será. La ropa. Escuché sonar la sombra.
Things begin to escalate when his lights start to flicker, and then it seems some force even knocks over the lamp in the bedroom.
Bueno, ya estoy ordenando aquí la ropa porque ya como me tengo que ir y desocupar todo lo que es el departamento. Tengo que obviamente sacar toda la... Ya no puedo hacer nada, pero estaba ordenando y de nuevo se cayeron cosas. Ya obviamente se vuelve como un poquito normal, entre comillas. Pero no voy a negar que me da un poquito de miedo. Y obviamente tengo que desocupar acá. Y corta el hueveo, weón. Ustedes escucharon ahí. Acabo de salir de acá y no, ya estaba todo en su lugar. Ya.
In this next clip, Martinez captures something very strange in his
Pero
kitchen.
bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer?
Notice the way the chair moves completely on its own, and as he pans over to the other side, we do see there's no person or objects that could have possibly moved the bar stool.
Estoy, ¿cómo se dice? Un poquito ya cansado, como que no... Cosa que pasa, cosa que suena, que se cae, ya es como... Chucha. Ya es como, ya, pico. ¿Qué le voy a hacer? De nuevo se me agotó la memoria, pero... Bueno, yo no sé... No sé qué más decirles, qué más hacer, ya les mostré. Ni siquiera quería subir esto, pero creo que grabando igual como que me siento un poquito más acompañado porque ustedes saben. No pesquemos, no pesquemos, pero conchizo, madre. Es que es imposible no pescar, weón, si está...
Let me know, is this the work of a poltergeist or something else?
Oh.
The next videos were recorded by Chris, who, after dabbling with a Ouija board when his cousin stayed over, had to deal with some terrifying activity. And easy to say, he had opened a door to something from another world.
I heard it, but I didn't see it. I still hear it. You can hear that, can't you? I can. It sound like tapping. Everybody's like, oh, it's the hutch. It's the hutch. It's like the second time tonight.
Something invisible seems to be playing around with this man's furniture and even spooking his dog. Let's see how this case develops in the future. The next clip was uploaded by user Arachnid Altruistic, and he states that the footage we are seeing here was filmed off another person's phone at a get-together. The incident in question was rather creepy, however. The video was filmed in a hospital during the preparation for a going-away party for one of the hospital's staff. We can see a nurse who is pushing a cart with some unfolded boxes. The young woman who had captured her colleague explains that she was recording several videos of her, only a few seconds apart from each other. In one of the short clips, something rather eerie was captured.
I see it.
You see that?
Yeah.
The next clip is of Hay. That's the person that does not exist.
And then scroll.
And then
he
it's gone.
disappears.
He disappears. You kind of see a little shadow there pop up and gone. And then all you see is Wendy's body.
Interesting.
But his face, if you go a little slower, you can see it completely. Let me go to this frame. There, you can catch his face.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And scroll all the way.
And then he's gone.
I want to look at the shadow.
And the shadow pops up right here, there, and gone. It's not her. It's not Wendy's shadow.
A strange head is popping up right behind the stack of boxes. Nobody knew this person though, or had seen him ever before. Also, the head can only be seen for a couple of frames before disappearing to the left, only to possibly pop up once more. The staff stated that the workers were pretty terrified after watching the video. And there are many who believe that this might have been the spirit of somebody who's still lingering around in the hospital after passing. Maybe participating in the preparations. Who knows? The next video was sent by Ryu, and he tells me that it was recorded during a protest several years ago. The man that was filming was basically just documenting this evening and panning his camera around in the audience, you know, for documentary purposes. However, after rewatching the tape with his family the following night, they noticed that there were a couple of frames that revealed something grim looking. Rio tells me that he believes it to be a demon or malevolent entity that was around that night and got captured by coincidence. But could that be so? Look at the huge mouth of that thing. Whatever it is, a terrifying event. This was shared by Linda Marie Carnicle, and she was quite disturbed after realizing what is on there. But what's even more creepy is that it hasn't been the first time it appeared. She says, a photo my daughter took. Anyways, someone in the darkness every night at my house. Viewers point out that it looks like a child spirit standing in front of the television, and I have to agree. Could it be a spirit of a child that wants some attention? It is possible. Now we want to take a look at an update from one of my favorites, Dino Nuggets. If you remember, he tried to cleanse his house from a shadow entity the other night, but this didn't work out, it would appear. The thing is still living in his basement, and tonight it was back, causing mischief and frightening the poor man. Poltergeist activity seems to lure him back into the basement once again.
Hello?
And while, besides terrifying noises, he didn't capture anything on film, his camera did see something in the beginning of the video. Do you see the dark shadow? It makes it downstairs again. How terrifying. Do you have any suggestions for Dino? Let's see what happens in the upcoming months. The next clip comes to us from Japan and was uploaded by user Fourth Wall. According to them, the cameraman was walking home from work late one night when he suddenly felt a strange energy around him. You know that feeling when you just know someone's watching you? The man decided to start filming his walk home and ended up capturing some really interesting paranormal evidence. Let's see. The man is filming down a hallway when a white transparent mist can be seen moving around close to the building. It is hard to identify the shape until the spirit seemingly stands up and suddenly takes on a very human-like form. This sighting is understandably terrifying for the cameraman, who suddenly stops recording. It's hard to say what could have possibly caused this phenomenon. It really doesn't look like normal fog or smoke to me. Is this a true paranormal capture though? I'll let you be the judge. Some people believe that houses inherit the spirits of past events. This includes tragedies as well as horrific moments that might have transpired at some point in time. TikTok user The Myth Rider comes across one of these old abandoned houses and notices something in the window.
This is the Martin House. Haunted. Panama City, Florida, my first book. And I'm just driving by randomly. Look in the window. Please, somebody tell me you see what I'm seeing. A child. He supposedly, maybe, we're not sure. Stories have changed over the years. Man went crazy and killed his entire family after finding out his wife was cheating with the servant. Hung the servant on a tree that used to be in the front yard that the hurricane took out. But the stories are that the children can be seen. I see a kid.
We all see it. The question is, can we absolutely be sure that no other family is inheriting the house at this point? And maybe it's just a doll of some sorts. It's all just theories, but there might be a slight chance that we are looking at a paranormal event here. We just don't know. This video was captured by a concerned father who also realized that something otherworldly must have been going on in his house, and most of the time this happened when he was all alone at home.
Alright, check this out. There's this noise coming from the bedroom. But my wife and my baby, they're not here. They're not in the bedroom. And this noise happens every day at this exact time. Man. Yeah, there's no one in there. No one.
Some people believe that we can see something standing here in the doorway. Is this possible? Could it be a ghost that is wearing a white dress, or people just seeing things? And these weird incidents have a more plausible reason. User Reslan has shared the pretty strange encounter in the paranormal section of Reddit. He lives in Malaysia and was out the night when this video was recorded. He states that initially his eye had caught a strange shape at the other side of the street. Besides an unusual weeping noise, he felt that what he was seeing was relatively unnatural. Could we be seeing a ghost here? Some commentators state that this sheet looks like a telekung, a prayer garb that is usually worn by Indonesian and Malaysian women. Could it be so? It's pretty hard to say if this could be an actual ghost or just a regular woman in the end. Nevertheless, the man found this encounter extremely creepy. The following video was recorded by Brian Barranco, who states that in this video we see him and a couple of team members making it into a supposedly haunted hospital. A lot of strange things have been seen in there in the past, even after the hospital had shut down recently, and the group made one big mistake, performing a ritual to contact the spirit world.
Uy, me movieron esa silla. Sí. Entonces, ¿quieres que yo me vaya? Voy a filmar la silla porque van a decir que es hilos, ¿no? Gonorrea. Se me puso la piel de gallina parica. Escucho sillas de ruedas. ¿Eres un hombre? Marica, la luz. ¡Ay! ¡Mire la luz allá, huevón! Momentico. Apagaron la luz. Voy para allá. Uy, mi madre. Ay, jue puta. ¿Y eso dónde sale?
Todo está bien, están escuchando ruidos también acá abajo.
And this is already pretty scary, experiencing paranormal activity when you're all alone. The other members were on lower floors at the time, but after Brian had put his equipment down for another minute, he caught something even more creepy.
Está completamente abandonado, como le digo, allá en esa bala no hay luz, no hay luz.
Me acaban de cerrar una puerta. Voy a entrar a la puerta que me cerraron. No me... Uy. ¡Jueputa! 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 Oscar.
¿Qué pasó?
Marica, había un niño, huevón.
¡Jueputa!
Now, did they capture the spirit of a child? The following is a CCTV recording, which was supposedly also captured in this hospital. This was a few weeks before the place shut down, and security was still patrolling regularly.
Ahí donde estaba, lo estaba viendo y yo estaba que me moría, marica. Y ahí no podía caminar yo. Mira, ahí está cerrando la puerta. Mira, ahí está cerrando. Después yo le dije, güey, vete para allá adentro. Yo le dije, vete para allá adentro. Aquí no vengas a molestar. Ya, vamos a ver la puerta.
So, do we have to assume that the CCTV camera had also captured some ghostly activity? What exactly are we seeing here? Mysterious. Now we will be looking at a clip uploaded by LeBronWho422 from the United States. He writes, "Me and my friends were hanging out in my basement for the last night before moving. Kyle thought he found a mouse in the back room. After watching all our videos at the new house, this is what we came across. Well, let's see what the uploader captured in this basement."
Melissa, what are you doing?
Dude, come on, man. I just lost like 50 bucks in cards.
You can get over it.
I know. I'm gonna just have to.
What are you doing over there?
Dude, I think I found a mouse in here somewhere. Are you serious?
Dude.
It's done. It works. I can't find it.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on.
Dude, I'm not standing
Turn the
with a
lights
mouse. Turn the lights on. I'm not standing with a mouse.
I'll do it.
I can't see anything. There's no mouse in here.
The video starts off normally, just a couple of friends hanging out and eating in the basement. However, things very quickly take a turn when LeBron pans to his friend in another section of the home. The friend Kyle believes that he spotted a mouse in the dark corner of the basement, but it seems as though he may have captured something even creepier. When Kyle bends down, a large face can be seen behind him. This creature seems to linger in the doorframe until they finally turn on the lights. No spirits can be seen, and no mouse either. The eerie part of this clip is the way nobody seems to notice the quiet entity until much later when reviewing the footage. Is there a reasonable explanation for this video? Or is this definitely a shadow figure sighting, as the men believe? What is your opinion on this?